Hello everyone, you are welcome to the last recording in the series on handling date time in Python. Now in this video, I would like to focus on playing around with the calendar object. There are times that we need calendars to work as programmers, and we naturally will want to default to the calendar on the system, or we check our phones for what the calendar of a specific month looks like. Is there a way we can do this as programmers using Python code without necessarily referring to some external calendars? The simple response is yes, and that's what I try to demonstrate in this short video. So the first task you need to perform is to import calendar. In this case, I create an alias for it called CAL. You can call that whatever pleases you. And once that is done, a number of interesting things can start happening. For instance, I can say, give me a current calendar, which is going to be car.month, and then I'll say 2024 11. I'd like to see the calendar for this particular time. And then it's easy for me to say core calendar. Now, what this code is trying to do here is to say, hey, I need you to show me the calendar for November 2024. That's the month that we have indicated here. When you run this, Python displays this for you. It doesn't look too nice from this editor, but not to worry. There is a way you can adjust this result, and all you need to do is just to put print around that variable, and I guess you should find, yeah, fine. So this comes out nicely. So in 2 lines, you can actually write everything in a single line. It gives you the calendar for November 2024, and you can easily make reference to whichever date you are interested in. But let's say you are not interested in the calendar for November this year. Rather, you are interested in the whole calendar for 2024, not just for a specific month. How do you go about doing that? I can make it easier by copying this code and then making some adjustments that are necessary. So this time around, I won't put 2024, 11. Rather, it's going to be just 2024. And this time around, I'm not focusing on the month. Rather, I'm looking at the calendar for the entire year. And if I run this code, it should give me the calendar for 2024. So we can see January, February, March down to December, I guess. Maybe you need to scroll, and then it certainly has all of these other months that are not currently being displayed on the screen. So that's a way for you to get the calendar for the whole year, and it's a very powerful construct that Python gives you. Now, beyond that, if you want to know the first day of the week that is set on your computer, there is a way you can go about doing that. So I can say, I think I have an alias at the top here. Let me check back quickly. I call it CAL. Yes, CAL. So it's possible for me to say CAL first weekday, and then this should, see, it execute, but it didn't give me anything. So I can say, okay, pass that into a result, and then I'd like to see the result displayed on the screen. And it tells me 0. So 0 is the first day of the week, and that's indicating Sunday as my first day of the week. That's possible for us if we are using the calendar library here. If your task is to find whether a particular year is a leap year or not, it's also possible for you to come in. I'll take a copy of my code. I go into a new cell. Instead of using first week, I will use a leap. Then I'll indicate the year. So 2024 is a leap year, and the answer is true. if you test this with 2023, last year wasn't a leap year, it wasn't an Olympic year, and then you get the results as false. That's a very good, demo. Now, if you were to find the number of leap years between a given year and another year, how would you have gone about doing that? It's very simple. I'll copy paste what I have in the memory, and I'll use what Python calls leap days. And I'll say, let me go to 1960 and 2024, for instance. It will tell me the number of years between these 2 days, or between these 2 years, that are leap years. It's not going to give us the number of days, rather it will give us the number of years that are leap years between the two of them. So if we execute this, it comes back with the result of 16, indicating that between 1960 and 2024 inclusive, we've had 16 years that are leap years. That's a very simple way of finding such a result. If you need to execute that in your code, you have something added to your toolkit. Now let's say you are given a date and you want to know the weekday that date falls on or fell on, depending on the timeline. How would you go about doing that here? It's possible for me to say cal.weekdays weekday, then I'll supply the year. I'll go back to our Independence Day. I'll supply the month. It was in October. I'll supply the day. I know from common knowledge that this was on a weekend, so I can say pass that result into that variable, and I would like to see the result. And it tells me it was on day 5. Day 5 would mean 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Okay. That sounds a little bit funny for me. I expect this to be on a Saturday, which will have been day 6, but it's displaying it as day 5. But that's what this one brings out for me. If I'm interested in just knowing the days of the week in abbreviated format, maybe you need it in your code as a form of reference, I can display that to you by coming into the calendar to say, give me the days in abbreviated format, and I'd like to see the result of what you have done. Now Python goes and comes back with this weird message, and you start wondering, okay, what exactly does this mean? Okay, it has given you the result, but not in the form in which you want it. From experience, I know if I pass this as a list, I will be able to get the result, or alternatively, I can easily convert the result to list and then display this, and it gives me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through Sunday in their short format. If I need something similar for month, I can do it. And if I want to even display this, let's say the full days of the full day name, rather than just giving us the abbreviation, we can go the way of say day name, and then the result is going to come out as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through Sunday, as the case may be. If what you are interested in is the month shortened format, it won't be day abbreviation, rather it will be month abbreviation. And if you display this, it will give you the months of the year in their short format. But if what you are interested in is not the short format but the full names, you can easily make a copy of this script, go to another cell, paste this here, but here you won't put month abbreviation, rather it will be the month name. And then you run this cell, it gives you all the months of the year, so you can use this output for whatever reason, you know, delights you in your programming task. So these are additional skill sets that I think you need to have when you're handling dates and time in your Python day-to-day activities, especially with respect to the use of calendar. I hope you find this video very useful, and I look forward to giving you some code challenge sometimes down the line that will make use of all of these elements of knowledge that you are building along the line. Thanks a lot. I see you in the next round of videos. Bye.